and then we'll start. So let's just start with feet just a little bit wider than hip width. And this is just all our prep and our warm up. And again, remember, we're just trying to move smoothly, maybe with a little bit more grace and poise. That's really all our aim is in our bar style Pilates. So just from here, just start to transfer your weight. It doesn't matter if you add anything else in, if you decide to change things a little bit, then that's absolutely fine to do that. Good, and then when you're ready, we're going to add in, welcome anybody that's popping on, we've literally just started, an inhale and exhale, a nice floaty arm with a softness in the shoulder, a softness in the hand and the wrist as well. That's it, gentle through the fingertips. Good, but just finding a lovely side stretch as we do that, inhaling and exhaling. Little transfer of weight, soft point through the right foot and then a soft point through the left foot, but enjoying a really good stretch all the way down the side of the body as we do that. Slight change, we take that into a really big circle, still with the little point of the right foot. So then the same on the left side, so a lovely little point and a circle, so we can inhale and exhale, almost like we're drawing a chalk circle like we do with arm openings or open book. So just making that lovely circle around. Inhale and exhaling. So allowing the body just to stretch out and revive. Inhale and exhale. Do one more time each side. So imagine you're drawing an enormous circle all around, a big arc over your head. Beautiful. Good. And then we'll come back. Leave the arms there. Land the feet just into our little plie position, and we'll do a bend of the knees on the inhale, just prepping for our next moves. Exhaling, coming back up. You can change the breath. So if we slide the hands down the thighs, reach the knees a little bit away from us, head into that inner thigh stretch and strength, and then when we come up, give those thighs a little bit of a hug up and in, so the knees go wide, crown of the head heads up to the ceiling, press down through the feet and enjoy that lengthening up through the spine. We'll do that again 4 more times. So breath in, bend of the knees, send the knees wide purposefully, and then as you come up, give the legs a little bit of a squeeze, tighten the buttocks, lengthen through the spine. Inhaling 3, exhaling, weight to the outside edge of the foot, and then we've got 2, bend the knees and a stretch and a lengthen. Good, and then our last time, inhale and exhale, press down through the feet as we do that. Lovely, so a little mini plie and stay. We lift the right heel and lower, we lift the left heel. We've got this a little sequence later, so let's just know where we're going. So you land on the ball of the foot and you're picking up the heel. 4, good, and then 3, we're going for 2, and we're going for 1. Beautiful. Separate the feet again, budge a little bit over towards your left side, and then bring your left arm up. Inhale, slide your right hand down towards your knee and take a stretch there. So almost like you're pushing your left hip to the left and opening into the side body on the left. So we've gone a little bit towards the left if that's comfortable for you there. Well done. Take a breath in, come back, stay in the inner thigh stretch, and then exhale over to the opposite side. Welcome anybody that's popping on just in our prep, so don't worry, just join in whenever you're ready. Inhaling and exhaling. Now pop over to the other side, so inner thigh stretch on our opposite side. Really well done. Good, and then we'll take a breath in, bring the right arm up, and a breath out as we stretch over. Oh, hang on, have I done it the wrong way around now? Anyway, don't worry, stay here for me. So yes, no, I haven't. So push the hip a little bit out towards the right side. Get that lovely stretch again through the opposite side. When you're ready, inhaling, staying in the same leg position, and exhale over. Left arm over the head, right hand can be on the thigh or whatever feels good, and a lovely stretch over to that opposite side. And then we'll inhale, come all the way back up, and as we exhale, we'll bring ourselves back just to our start. Now the feet stay wide and the knees bend. We take a breath in. We're rolling down from here, keeping that little turn out of the toes, keeping the wide foot position, and exhale your way down just to whatever feels good for your body. Now have a look at the arches of the feet there. So we've got a lovely little arch, and if not, can it just lift that little arch there? See if you can pull the toes back a little bit towards the heels. So we get that sense of arch. Inhaling and exhaling as we unravel all the way back to our start. Toe heel the feet in. Good, and then just come back to your start position here. Relaxed upper body, soft in the shoulders, open still across the collarbone, and then just bringing our hands just towards our thighs. And we can be in our plie position, or our first position, or our feet a little bit wider in our hip width. You decide which feels good. Good, the last bit of our prep here, we're taking the right foot out and back in. We're taking the right leg out to the side and back in, and then we're taking the right foot back and back in, all the while your torso stays still. You've got the beautiful length through the spine, the pelvis is still as we go there. So we're going out and in, same leg, out and in, same leg, out and in. We go again, out and in, to the side and in. You're taking it back, but the rest of the body isn't moving. One more time each way, and out and in, and then back and in, and then recover. Same to the other side. So left leg out, little point of the toes and back in, going out, drawing the leg back in. Again, doesn't matter what it looks like, but you're energizing through the whole of the leg and then pulling it back in towards that midline of the body. Doesn't matter where your feet are. We're not being, precise. We haven't got the ballet police on patrol. Thank goodness, thank goodness. We have got Marjorie there. I will look at that stuff. Thank you for sending me that. I will look at that. I just haven't quite had the time to do that, but I will. Good, and then back. Good, and then recover. Lovely. Let's do a really gentle little lift. So when we do this a little bit later, balls of the feet, lift the heels. See if you don't even have to lift the balls of the feet. And then remember, we're bending the knees. Oh, very nice. Very nice, that's it. So again, lovely and controlled. And then as my daughter would show me, you've got to point your feet as well. Yeah, so that nice little point of your feet. And obviously I'm doing it all wrong. So that's good. She's on grade 6. So she probably does know a little bit more than me. Last one. Oh, we could just keep doing that, couldn't we? No. Give the legs a little shake out for me. Well done. Let's just finish our prep with a calf stretch and a front and a thigh stretch. So we can have one foot in front and the other foot behind, just to come into that calf stretch now. Yeah, really well done. Good. And let's float the arms up. Take a breath in. Float the arms up. Lengthen. Finish with that kind of reach through the fingertips. And then let the arms just soften and lower back to the start. What's happening with the shoulders? So we're going to keep that beautiful shoulder position, aren't we? Space between the ears and the shoulders. Inhaling. Good. And then exhaling to come down. Beautiful. Maybe a softness in the elbow, making a little bit of an arc with the arms as we come up. And then exhaling down. Lovely. One more time. Inhaling, lengthening out through the crown of the head. And then exhaling to lower the arms whenever you're ready. Now lift up to your back ball of foot, bend your back knee, a little tuck of your tailbone under, and see if you can feel a stretch down the front of the thigh of your back leg. Yeah, so just our regular kind of hip flexor quad stretch there. Good. And then when you're ready, you can stay exactly where you are. I'm just going to turn to you. Whichever is your back leg, bring the back knee up, open the knee to the side. This is the position that we want to be in a moment. So we're going to be having the knee turned out like a little tree pose in yoga, or this turnout here. Yeah, so just pause there. Bring the leg back in and do it again for me. So lift and then open. Yeah, good. And then bring the leg back in and recover. Now, exactly the same for the other side. You're well, I didn't bring my chair in, my stool in, but you're welcome to use that, absolutely fine. But we haven't got that as an option. We've got it as an option, but you're going to use it necessarily. So back heel down. Everything could be you holding on here because it isn't about our balance, isn't a balance test. So this time, with the arms at the side, we're going to reach the arms back. And again, we've got a nice little bit of softness in the elbow, a little softness in the wrist and the hand as we go back there, like lovely swan wings, and then release. So we can inhale as we reach back, opening the chest, and exhale. So we're thinking of those lovely wings, just a little arc, a little rounding, a little softness, rather than our straight arm. Go, and we'll do that one more time. So nice little fluttery swan wings. Good, we'll release, again, relax, lift up to the ball of your back foot, bend your back knee, your front knee will bend as well, obviously, and then you're tucking your tailbone under, sending your hips to face forward. Beautiful, lengthening all the way up through the spine. And that doesn't have to be a big knee bend. So if you look where I've gone, I've just done that little heel lift and then really probably half a centimetre. So you don't have to make it into a lunge. Okay, now we need that same external rotation. So the back leg's going to lift, the knee opens, we can circle around. Kind of notice where your foot ends up and then put your foot down. Make sure it feels comfortable, don't overdo it. So inhaling, bringing the knee up and exhaling into that little external movement there through the hip and the glutes as well, remember, and then give the legs a little shake. Really well done. Okay, fabulous. So all we're going to do is put two little moves together really slowly, really beautifully. You're welcome to have something for support, but you'll notice you probably won't need it as we do this now. So all we're going to do now is have a little turn out of the toes, and we're working on our 8. So we'll do 8 repetitions. So if you lose me or I miscount, then you know you're heading right for your 8s roughly there. So all we're doing now is weight into the left leg for me. So weight into the left, hands come in front, just get the movement. Bend the right knee for me, and then we're going to pick up the foot roughly to wherever it goes with a nice little point of the foot there, and then put that foot down. Now just to the side, that's it. So we get 8, here's 7, good, here's 6, good, lengthen up through the spine, good, here's 5, inhale and exhale, here's 4, good, and 3, yeah, lovely, 2, in that little turnout, make sure the hips feel comfortable, 1. Now we transfer our weight back to our start, and now to the left, we're going to do a little pony. So we're going to do a really graceful pony. So we're going to hop towards our left, and we're going to bring the right foot behind the left and bring the arms over, and then we're going to do the same to the other side, and we can go really slowly. Yeah, so we land, a little tap behind, whoops, good, yeah, very nice, that's it. Well, I've had a call from the Royal Ballet about our group, and they've said it's absolutely fine to come for auditions, yeah, so everybody today, we're going for the auditions. That would be quite funny, wouldn't it? Good. And then the last one of those, yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And then we come back to our start. Same to the other side. So now we've got the turn out of the toes. If we want it, we don't have to. We bend a little bit into that right leg, and then we can start with a bent knee on the left, arms come in front, chest is lifted, and then we pick the foot up, and we put it down into that lovely point. Now, it doesn't look like we're doing very much, does it? But actually just that really slow control. Lift and lower. Yeah, lovely. Lift and lower. 4 to go. Modify where you need. Change your foot position if you wanted. 3 and point. Good. 2 and point. And then our last one. Yeah, very nice. And then land the feet down. Then we'll pop over to our right side now. So nice and slowly, you can make that arm movement as floaty as you like. So we're going to tap left foot behind your right, and then right foot behind the left. So what I want you to have is your right hand in front of your body, your left arm takes you over. Yeah, and then same to the other side. Beautiful. Now inhale and exhale. I'm not sure if it's more like the Highland flick for me here. Yeah, good. And again, so we'll do one more each side. Very nice. And our last one of those. Beautiful. Now we do all that again, but we're going to change our arm position. Okay, so option here, option higher, totally up to you and how you're feeling in the shoulders. So you decide. Now I'll go higher for anybody who wants to do that. So again, that lovely roundness, the softness in the hands. And then from here we do our bend of the left knee, we're pulling the toe in. You don't have to do, you could be here, you could be here. So don't feel like you have to do that. I'm just giving you that as an option. In and extend, slide the leg up and extend. Lovely, pull in and beautiful, lovely grace, lovely poise. Brilliant. 4, inhale, exhale, 3. Good, if we can, we're in that turn up, but don't worry. Good, and then we've got that softness in the knee on the left side. Now the arms come down, we transfer our weight over to our left side, get ready. So inhale and exhale, little bend of the knees. Very nice, good. So it's the same as, you know, in our fitness, we might be here, you know, we were here, we'd be here, you know, anything like that. So it's the same kind of movement, but we're just slowing it right down. Good, yeah, very nice. 1 more each side. And notice how that arm action's giving you that lovely stretch and work into the waist as well. Beautiful, just make sure you've done 8 of those and then come back to your start position. So again, do we want to be here, here, or here? What's feeling okay for our neck and shoulders? So adapt, don't feel like you have to be up. Good, and then we've got our left foot now. Coming in, slight bend of the right knee. Have a look where the foot's landing. Bring the foot in. Is the knee on that little turnout? Good, and we go 6 and point, and 5 and point, and 4 and point, and 3, relaxing the shoulders of the hands and the wrists soft, and 2, you're doing absolutely beautifully, and the last one, the foot lands. Good, and then the same 8 to the other side to finish this one. So we're going over to pony, left foot behind the right. Good, 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, beautiful, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Fantastic. Make sure you just even that up. Good, so this is a little bit like the second little sequence now, a little bit like we do our lunge in Pilates anyway, so our kind of classic Pilates. So again, we could be in our little V here, and then all we're doing on this one is we can turn a little bit towards the side, so it almost come into this sort of slight third position, but it's not quite. So now our right leg lengthens out, the arms reach over the head. Yeah. We pull back, bring the leg back, and then we kick back with the back leg. Yeah. So your right leg's going to go forward into the lunge. You come back and you kick back. That's all it is. So when you kick back, that leg isn't going high. So it isn't that one. It's just a little kick back of the back leg. So we're in this slight split stance here if we wanted. Yeah. And we'll do 8 of those on this side. So here we go. So we can go exhale, inhale, and come back. Good, reach and come back and kick and return. Lovely. So we can be just thinking about that buttock of the back leg. Very nice. Good, lunge and return, kick back and return. 4 and in, kick in, return. 3 and in, lovely, kick and in. Here we go, 2 and in, kick, lift and in. Lovely. 1 more. Lovely, good. And it doesn't have to be too far back with that. You can feel the bottom, but make sure your back isn't straining. Same to the other side. Okay, so here we go, 8 of these. So we do our lunge and a soft reach, coming back, little kick back with your right. Lunge left and in, kick back and in. Lovely. Beautiful balance as well again. Really lovely on the balance. Beautiful. So reach and lunge, and you can make that all a bit smaller if you wanted. See if you can keep your back leg straight when you lunge forward. Yeah, so back leg straight. Really lovely dynamic move there. 3 and in, kick back and in. 2 more. Reach and in, kick back and in. Last time. Reach and in, kick back and in. Now there's only 1 set of those, so you're lucky on that. Could you feel that in the top of the buttocks? A bit? No? Yes, I've got thumbs up. Okay, yeah, so just when that leg goes back, just thinking quite nice to get here because that muscle, this glute med, helps us with our hip stability. So we will get to stretch as well. You'll like this one. You'll like this one. So we've got high kicks. Yeah. So I'll show you just from the side, so we can stand however feels comfortable. turn out if we want it. Hands come in front to start on 2 rounds on this one. So we're going 8 kicks, so 8 high kicks. So come with me on those. Yeah, lovely. That's it. Little turnout. Doesn't matter how high the leg's going, but we are keeping the legs straight. Yeah. Good. So we'll go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now we land in our little V or first position, and then we do our 8 little lifts that we practiced before. So we bend the knees and we go 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, really light, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, we need to practice that again. So we can't have this. We've got to bend the knees when we land, yeah? So bend the knees, yeah? Oh yes, that's better, that's better. Yeah, very nice. So, because otherwise we kind of just ricochet into the whole body. Okay, so let's do that again. So again, this time we'll do arms higher and a little bit wider. Again, you can have your little turnout or your feet facing forward. And we go 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Arms can come down, and then we do our lift mat. Shall we bend the knees as we come down? 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. Beautiful. 4, landing balls of the feet and then the heel. 3, good, and 2 and 1. Very nice. Okay, one more set. Good, one more set of those. They're nice, aren't they? So we'll do our high kicks, lengthen up through the spine. Doesn't matter if the leg's going out to here. Doesn't even matter if it's going out to the floor. Yeah, here we go. So we go 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. Keep the spine long. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lovely, good. And then we go for our 8 and 7 and 6. Point those toes, and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Anne's gone off. She's gone off. Okay. Okay, so the second, we've got 2 more bits to do. So our next bit is our wide plie. Yeah, so we're going to take our feet wide. Oh, is it second? Second, I think it's second, isn't it? So all we're doing with this one, have a little practice. So we're going to, we'll add the arms in a moment. So we head down into our plie squat. We lift the right heel, we lower, we come back up. Yeah. Now, do you remember the arms that we did with our little pony? So we're going to do those arms. So the arms can be out ahead of us. And as we come down, so we can inhale, lift the heel, exhale, left arm over, right arm comes in front. What I want you to feel is your waist doing a little bit of work, but your back feeling nice and secure. Arms come back, heel down, and we lift. Yeah, that's all we do. So we can go down to our plie, lift and reach over. Yeah, come back, heel down, and come back up. We go again. So inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling as we lower the heel. Now, whichever feels good. Oh, sorry. So down, heel lift, stretch over, come back, heel down and lift. Down and heel and stretch and back, heel down and lift. 4 more, wide and heel and stretch and back, heel down and lift. 3 more, plie, heel, stretch, keeping the legs absolutely in the same position. Lovely. 2 more, down and heel and stretch and back, heel down and lift. Last one, down and heel and stretch and back, heel down and lift. Don't worry if you went wrong with that, because I did. So bring the legs in, give the legs a little shake. Well done. Okay, same for the other side. So we'll take the feet wide, have a little practice, knees bend. How does it feel on the left side when you lift the heel? You're on the ball of the foot, you're popping it down, you're coming back up. So that was our practice. Have a look, feet are in that little turnout, arms come up to that slightly wider position. Good, and then we come down, we lift the heel. So now it's our right arm overhead, our left arm across our tummy, come back to center, heel lowers and we lift. Yeah, so down we go, heel lifts, add the stretch, good, over to the left, good, relax the shoulders, heel down and lift, lovely, 6 to go, knees go wide and heel, and stretch, return, heel down and lift, knees wide, heel lifts, stretch to the left. Is that right? I think that's right, isn't it? Is that right? Yeah, good. And back, good. I couldn't remember. I think we did go right last time, didn't we? We should have done. Good, and reach, good. Come back to the center, relax the shoulders, oops, and recover. So down and heel and stretch and recover, heel down and lift. 2 more, wide and heel. We're nearly there. Reach over, center, heel down. We've got 1 more to go, wide and heel and reach, return, heel down and come up and recover. Yes. I know, inner thighs. Walk those feet in gracefully and give the legs a little shimmy, 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 shimmy. Okay, so let's come down onto the mat. Let's come down onto the mat, and we're going to go into a side leg series. And these are all Pilates style exercises anyway that you know. So yeah, we've got 5. This is where you might want to grab a blanket either for the hip, which is quite nice just to put under the hip, particularly if you feel a little bit bony and tight on the hip, or for your head if you wanted. I'm going to give you an option of being up as well. So pop yourself down onto your mat. We can just pop ourselves down. And then we've got the option then of having the hand in the back of the head if we wanted to be lifted. So I'd be tempted for anybody with any neck or shoulder issues at all, you'd have your head on the blanket. Okay, now then both legs stretch out. The heels are together. We've got a long spine. You can bend the bottom leg if you wanted. You can keep it straight if you prefer. Hand comes in front and we look towards our toes. Our top leg lifts. Our top leg pops in front of the bottom leg, the top leg skims just a little bit higher and then goes behind. Now, at that point, we're okay to do a little tip forward of the upper body. So in our classic Pilates, that's where you would be. Yeah, we tend not to do it in class because it can be a little bit tricky on the lower back, so you've almost got a little bit of a twist. So you don't have to do that if you don't want. You can stay in that alignment. But if it naturally kind of occurs and your back feels okay, then you can do that. So inhaling and exhaling as feels good. 4, good, and then coming back, tapping the foot in front, lengthening, soft point through the front of the foot. Good, 3, that's it, forward and back. Good, 2, like we do with the bent knee. Good, and then our last one of those. Tap front, tap behind. Yeah, lovely. Bring the legs back together. Then we're in that little turnout, aren't we? We're already in a little turnout. Bottom leg straight, or bent if you want it. And we do a high kick. So we lift the top leg long, and then we bring the heels back together. Yeah. So again, at this point, we've just got a soft point through the front of the foot. Good, so, and you can do whatever you like with that if you wanted. 6. Good, and we go 5, and we're back into that outer thigh and buttock area that we did with our little kickbacks. 4, good, and we're going for 3, heels come together, we're going for 2, good, and then our last one. Very nice, good, and then just recover there. Okay, so if you need to move down, you move down, otherwise you stay where you are. So then with our turnout, our top foot slides in to meet the bottom thigh. Again, it's like we did in the standing position. Then we have the reach of the leg. This time we can flex the foot and bring the heels back together. So it's more of our classic Pilates side series. Yeah, so we slide the leg in that turnout if you can. Inhaling, flex and exhaling. Yeah, very nice. Pull the top leg in. Reach it up. You might be, doing that a little bit less. Good, and we'll go 4, flex and lower. Just one set each of these. Good, we go 3, flex and lower. You're doing absolutely brilliantly. Good, 2 more. Inhaling. Yeah, I know, slow is a little bit tougher, isn't it? Good, and then last one, pull the leg in, stretch the leg up, flex and lower the leg down. Okay, so you know where we're going? We're going high and then we're reversing it back to the start, yeah? So make sure you feel comfortable in the upper body, waist is long, back is comfy, we kick the leg up, we bend the knee so it's still in the turnout, toes to the inner thigh-ish, and then heels together. Kick the leg high, bottom leg long and lengthened, tap the foot, and then stretch it out. Lovely, 6 to go. Doesn't matter if you're here. So smaller move if we want it. Good, 5, lift, toes. Good, 4 to go. Inhale and exhale. Good, 3, toes to the sky in that little turnout. Good, and 2 more. Lift, knee, and extend. Good, and then last time, lift, knee, extend. Heels come together. Good, lengthen through the whole of the spine. Have a look down at the toes, fingertips in front, and then really quick heel beats. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 19, 19, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, and rest. Ooh, yeah. Loads going on there, I couldn't even tell you when. So now, top of the foot and then heel towards the bottom. We will get a lovely stretch, I promise. In fact, as soon as we've done these, we're going to do our glute stretch. We're going to do a couple of variations of that. So front of the thigh while we're here, stretching out all the way down the front of the thigh. Good. And then as we've been up, most of us have been up on our side there. If we stretch out, I'm just going to get you to take your top arm right over your head. So it just helps as we've crumpled up a little bit into this mid back. You might have noticed that. Just stretch out on your side, reaching if you can your top arm right over your head, so you open out where we just were a little bit crumpled there. And you could maybe even move the arm around and see kind of what gives you a better stretch as you do that. Inhale fully into the ribs and the back, and exhale. We'll bring the arm back, we'll bring our knees in, and then we'll make a swift turn round to the opposite side. So we're going to do all that on the opposite side, knowing that we might change it a little bit for this side. If you've got your blanket under the hip on this side, or you've got your blanket between the ear and the shoulder. Okay, then we're up. If we wanted, hand in the back of the head, we're having a look, we can see our feet. Good, and then we start with our figure of 8. So our double check hips and shoulders are stacked, top leg comes in front, the foot taps a little bit in front, the lifts just a little bit beyond hip height, and as the leg goes behind, you can do that little budge forward if you want it. Good, so entirely up to you. Forward and back, that's all we're doing. When we go back, and particularly what we want to feel the buttocks do some work, the outer thigh, you might feel that openness into the hip. 6, good, and 5, good, inhale, we go 4, tap, lift, is that little kick forward of the upper body fine? Good, that's it, very nice, good. Last one of those, forward, lift, and then behind with that little kick back and little forward pull there. And then the legs are back together. We're still in the turnout of the top foot, and then we're lengthening through both sides of the waist, and the top leg goes high. So it's just kicking up and coming back down. You can do that with a point and flex, or you can do it just with a lengthened front of the foot. Good, inhaling and exhaling, lovely. 5 to go. Lengthening the leg up, anchoring the bottom leg to the ground. 5, good, so use this bottom leg as support there. Good, we go 4, can we reach that leg long up to the sky? 3, good, without moving too much of the rest of the body. 2 more, good, reaching up, reaching back to the start position. And our last one, so reaching all the way up and then all the way back to our start. Really well done, have a little recovery. So then from here, we're still in our little turnout, if that's okay for us. We're sliding our top foot in to meet the inner thigh. We're pulling the knee in towards as we extend the leg. We can flex the foot and bring the heels back together. So inhaling, pulling the leg in, And we're exhaling that lovely long stretch. We can even look up to the leg and will it a little bit longer maybe. Inhaling, again, using that bottom leg and exhaling. Was that 3? I think that was 3, wasn't it? Good, here's number 4. Good, I think you'll stop anyway when you've had enough, maybe. Good, we've got 4 to go. 4 to go, my counting has been really terrible this morning. 4, flex, heels together. And then 3, inhaling, slow, lovely control. Maybe look up towards the leg. Make sure the body feels comfortable as we're doing that. So some pull of the muscles and some stretch, but no strain or pain. Last one to do. Pull the leg in, reach and extend bottom leg and top leg, and bring the legs together. Are you ready to go the other direction? So again, set yourself up, make sure you feel comfortable, pop the head down if that feels better. Now the leg goes up, inhaling the leg up, toes come towards the inner thigh. Can we get there? And then slide the heels together. Inhale, and then that long exhale, heels together, still in the little turnout. Good, 6 to go. Toes, can we get to that inner thigh? Maybe look, will that foot to the inner thigh. 6. Good, and we go 5, bend the knee, pulling that knee in, healing. Good, here we go. Yeah, lovely. 4, and reach. Good, and 3. Well done, gang. Yeah, very nice. Good, 2 more. There might be an extra one. I might have missed one off, so good. And then our last one of those, if you're with me, add an extra one if I went wrong there. Toes. And then reach the legs together. Ooh, heels together. Look down the line of the leg. Good. And then those really quick heel beats. Can you get both legs working? That bottom leg and the top leg. Notice the thighs doing the work as you're doing that. 20, 19, 18, 17, 14, 13. I've added on, haven't I here? I've added on loads. 10, 9, 8, 7, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest down. Ooh, yeah. Top of the thigh, front of the thigh, sorry. Bring yourself back into that quad stretch. We're going to head into a glute stretch now. Onto our back in a moment. So pull the knee back, open up through the front of the thigh. Good. Just make sure you feel comfortable there. Make sure the knee feels comfortable. Quite useful to use a band on this one as well. Doing really well, gang. Knee heads back. Heel towards the bottom, but doesn't have to get there. Good, and then release. Okay, beautiful. Let's roll straight onto our back. We do come onto our tummy in a little bit, but not just yet. And then let's have a lovely knee hug, folding the legs in, bringing the hands to the shins, maybe interlacing the fingers just to get a little bit of leverage there. And then just from all our work we've done so far, let's just reset the back here. So having a few breaths as you fold the legs in, imprint your back, squeeze the legs up towards your chest. Inhale and a deep exhale. Let's do that twice more. Yeah, good. Rocking and rolling or just staying, whatever feels good. Okay, so that in itself actually is a glute stretch. And you know, we say that sometimes, don't we? If our knees are a little bit tricky, we can bend the knees, but without adding the extra movements there. That does help stretch out the glutes there a little bit. Okay, then for the purpose of today, we're going to draw our right leg in and then cross our right leg over the left. Do you remember how we do that? Thighs touching, like we just sat having a cup of tea. And then all I'm going to get you to do is take your left foot a little bit towards the right, maybe kind of a foot width apart, you know, kind of a heel width apart. And now roll the legs towards the left. So as you roll, you might, hopefully will get into your outer thigh and glute area as you do that. You can use your left hand to support you, or you can let yourself roll and bring your right foot to the floor, which kind of ever direction you want to go. So you've got your left foot on the floor anyway, and you've rolled to the left. Yeah, so you've rolled to the left, and you should find, have we got anything in that right outer thigh buttock area, stretch-wise? Yeah? Can you give me a thumbs up if you've got something there? Yeah, good. Okay, brilliant. Now, obviously, you can adapt that for your own body. So if you know you need to change that, then do. But I want you just to feel, and maybe even give that area a bit of a help, just give it a bit of a rub. So kind of right at the top of the pelvis, the bony bit, all the way down around that buttock area there. Now take your time. I'm going to use my left hand here just to support me and bring the legs back to the start position, and then same leg but into our regular position. So now the left foot might go a little bit to the left and you come into your regular pigeon stretch. So you're bringing both legs in towards you and your right knee's a little bit out to the right. So this is really going to help from all those exercises that we did this morning, lying and our standing ones, of course. And that actually might feel better, might feel easier now we've done that initial stretch to get into a good pigeon pose position there. Good, and then we can come out of that. Good, and then just recover, and then just notice how you feel on that right side if you did the right with me. And then we're going to bring our left leg in. Same 2 stretches on the other side before we get going, and then we'll put the foot onto the thigh. Oh, sorry, no, we cross the legs over first. Sorry, cross the legs first. And then can you budge your right foot to the left a little bit, just a little bit, so that when we roll now, we can just ease into that outer thigh on the left a little bit more. So you're rolling over towards the right and you're opening up into that left outer thigh area. So you're rolling over to the right and you're opening up into that left outer thigh. Now, some of us are going to take that further. You might put your left foot down, you might hold your left thigh with your right hand, you might bring the leg a little bit more over to the right, or maybe even up towards your right shoulder, just to see what you can get stretch-wise there. Good, and again, we can give that area just a nice little bit of a rub so we can get to the back of the pelvis, and then just give it a little bit of a rub as if we're having a sports massage. Maybe not quite as good as a sports massage, but just helps, all helps relieve the tension there. Good, and then when we come back, we can ease the leg. Again, I'm going to use my right hand just to help me back, bring the back to a central position, and then see if we can open the left knee to the left, and maybe we can bring the legs closer in towards us. Well done. Relax the shoulders and see how that feels in your buttock and outer thigh stretch. Easing the legs in. It doesn't matter if the right foot's down. Really well done, guys. Really well done. So easing the legs in, relaxing the upper body as much as we can. And stretching out those areas that we've worked outer thigh glutes there. Lovely, good. And then we'll come back to our start position. We're going to rest our back on the mat, bring the knees up one at a time and come into our frog. So that's going to be ball of the big toes together. Don't worry if you're doing a single leg version on this one. So you can choose your single leg version if you like. Arms are at the side of the body. We're exhaling, the heels come together, the feet are going to flex. Pull your toes back towards you as if you're in your first position. Now the ball of the big toe, doesn't have to be the big toe, come together. So some sort of front of the foot, and then exhale, press the heels away, flex the foot, squeeze the inner thighs together. So inhale, draw the knees in. Exhale, press the heels out, flex the feet. Lovely. Now you can go lower, you can go higher, yeah, straight up towards the ceiling. Good, or you could go a little bit lower for me. So a little bit lower there, press the heels together, squeeze those inner thighs together, and then recover. 2 more here. Exhale into that lovely first position, press the heels away. Inhale to pull the knees in towards you. Last time, exhale away. Good, remember it could be the single leg and you're alternating. Good, now we can all have our back on the mat. Again, it could be the single leg. Good, and then from here, right turn out, heel goes out, soft point, and then the left. So it's those nice little jumping ones that we did almost, isn't it? So we've got a nice little spring out and in, and out and in. 4 more exactly like this, 4, and toes touch, and 3, and in, and 2, and in. Notice your upper body is absolutely still, your head is down. Yeah, good, there's our last one. So now we switch it. So we slide in and out, exactly as we did with our lying position when we're turning out, we're bringing, do you remember how we bring the toes to the inner thigh? So it's the same here. Oh, it's not easy. Good, we go 8 and 7, you're switching 6 and 5. Inhale, exhale, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Heel beats high, 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Flex the feet, 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Point the toes, 8 and 7, 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. And flex and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. And point right in front of the left, 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Flex. Left in front of the right, 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and recover. Ooh. Now all of that, and there was no flexing of the spine, was there? So we kept our head down the whole time, yeah, with that one, which shows how we don't have to be doing tons of curling up. Pull in your right leg, soft point through your right foot, slide out your left leg all the way to the end of the mat. Lengthen the back of the neck, relax the shoulders, draw that right leg in and really make that lovely opposition. Right leg pulls in, left leg stretches away. Inhale and exhale. Good, same to the other side, gradually slide in your left, take hold of your left, slide out your right, reaching all the way to the top edge of the mat there. Pull in the left, reach out the right, really well done. Relax the shoulders, drawing in the left, reaching out the right. Beautiful work now. Good, and then we'll bring ourselves back just to recover. Now our last part is on our front. Yeah, so the last part is on our front, rolling over and finding ourselves in our little Sphinx pose. Legs extend, chest is lifted, reaching out through both legs, right foot soft point, toes towards your bottom, and then lengthen. So it's a single leg kick, but we just slight change rather than our classic single leg kick. Good, now remember here, you're resting on the thighs. I'd like you to draw your front ribs towards your back ribs so that your tummy isn't collapsing and your lower back isn't hammocking. Press down through your forearms and hands. Reach out through the crown of your head. Good, we've got 8, lower back stays still, 7, alternating, we go 6. Good, 4 to go, lovely. Pressing down through those hands, that's going to lift you up and away from the mat. 1 more each side. Last one coming up now, switch. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. Don't worry if you're popping down on your tummy. 4 and 3. Here's 2, here's 1, and lower the legs. Bring yourself all the way down onto your tummy. Legs stay exactly where you've landed them. Inhale, create length as you lift into swan. Exhale as you reach your hands back towards your feet, your lovely back extension. Soft point through the feet, take a breath in. And then on the exhale, come all the way back, bending the elbows and come back. Now make sure your lower back stays really lovely, long and lengthen. Lengthen out through both legs. Inhale as you reach out through the crown of the head. It isn't a very high movement. On the exhale, stretch through the whole of the leg, all the way down to the top of the foot, reaching back with the hands, arms gliding back. Take a breath in. And then on your exhale, come all the way back to your start position and recover. One more time. Lengthen through both legs, lengthen out through the crown of the head. Inhale to create that length and lift. Good. Exhale, reaching back, soft point through the feet. Option now, we stretch the legs lift, but only if you know you're not pushing the tummy down into the mat. Yes, your tummy's resting on the mat. Good. Stay here for me. Good, and then from here we're drawing the hands back and squeezing the shoulder blades a little bit closer together. So the hands are pretty much just resting by your thighs. Good, we bring the heels together. Good, and then we add in our heel beat one last time. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, and 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest everything down. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Push ourselves up. Could be the forearms if it's better for your body. Push ourselves all the way up. Separate the knees. Bring the toes together and sit your hips back. Resting your forehead on the ground, reaching the arms towards the front edge of the mat. Take a deep inhale and a long exhale. Deep inhale and a long exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Good, slowly make your way to 4-point kneeling. Hands under shoulders-ish. Inhale to round through the back, tucking your chin. Exhale, come to a long lengthened back. Good, and again, inhale to round. Don't worry if you're doing your own back stretches there, absolutely fine. Exhale, create some length. Good, and one more time, rounding through the back. Find that lower back stretch, the mid and upper back stretch. Push through the hands, tuck your chin, take a breath in. And the exhale to come to a lovely long, lengthened back. Well done, tuck your toes, lift your hips, press your heels back into a yoga downward facing dog. Doesn't matter if the knees are bent, doesn't matter if you're staying in cat instead, if that feels better now. Good, see if you can get a really good stretch down the backs of the legs into those calves. Option, yeah, you could be in your 4-point kneeling and head back into a calf stretch by all means. Now, otherwise you can pick up your right foot and place it onto your left calf to almost give you that little bit of leverage to press the heel down. So you just cross the back of your foot onto your calf. Ready to switch to the other side. So we can place the left foot to the weight of the left leg now on the right back of leg, calf area. And then we can walk the hands back to the feet when the feet come down. The feet to the hands, press down through the feet and then gradually unwind. Inhaling. And exhaling to come all the way up. Really well done. Take a breath in, reach the right arm all the way up, stretch over towards the left. Yeah, take a breath in and a breath out. Wrap the right arm across the body, come into a back of the shoulder stretch. Good, reach the right arm all the way up, elbow high, back of the arm stretch. Release, left arm comes up, inhaling. Take a long side stretch on the exhale. Inhale and exhale, left arm across the body. Good. Inhale the arm up and exhale when you're ready into your tricep stretch. Release the arms down. Let's just bring ourselves back into a last calf stretch here. Chest is lifted, reach the arms back, interlace the fingers and pull the hands away from the body. Release. Same for the other side, and we've got one last stretch to do. Calf stretch, bring the arms in front, interlace the hands, fingers, and reach the arms away. Inhale and exhale. Release both arms. separate the feet, ease over to the left. Find your fingertips either on your thigh or the ground. Deep inhale and exhale. Take your time to walk your hands over to the other side or just to the thigh, and then see if we can come down towards the mat or stay up on our thigh if we wanted. Well done. Good, let's come back to the center. We can heel and toe our feet in. We can take a breath in, reach all the way up. See if we can come up to the balls of the feet for a moment. And then exhale, lower the heels and bring the arms down. One more time. Deep inhale, come up, just up to the tippy toes. Lift the chest, lift your gaze. And on the exhale, reach the arms all the way back to your start position. Well done, everybody. Thanks for joining.